Glow-in-the-dark secret message on a note acrylic nail art tutorial by Hotpinkzebrapolish.
Hi everyone, in today's video I'm going to be doing a kind of 4D but mostly 3D, very simple, surprisingly Halloween nail art design. Now the reason it's surprisingly Halloween is because you can't really tell that it's Halloween at all until it's in the dark, because it's glow in the dark. And basically all it is it's a secretive little note, so it just looks like little fancy handwriting on a scroll. And then when you stick it in the dark, it says, "I'll be back," which is something that, I don't know, whenever somebody says, "I'll be back," I always take it in a threatening manner. Even if it's not meant that way, I always take it as a threat. So that's how I decided to go with this, and it's pretty simple, it's pretty fun, it's a very quick design to do, and it's something that if you like Halloween but you don't want something that is so in your face Halloween with blood all over the place, this one's definitely a good one for you. So I hope you like it, and don't forget to click subscribe to see all my future Halloween designs as well.
So I'm going to begin this with a layer of black acrylic over the entire nail. Like I said, this is a very quick design. This is something that you could easily do for a client. It's very stable. It's not going to pop off. It is something that is secure. And, you know, it's fun because, I don't know, everyone likes things that are glow in the dark. Whenever somebody says glow in the dark, I mean, I used to always think glow in the dark. I'm thinking, oh yeah, that's kind of whatever, glow in the dark, who cares? And then I started really playing around with glow-in-the-dark stuff, and it is so much fun. I don't know, I love it. I purposefully walk into dark rooms and don't turn on lights whenever I have glow-in-the-dark stuff on my nails. So then after I have the black acrylic, I added a layer of clear acrylic just to make sure it's nice and strong. Then I'm going to be filing the nail into shape. I'm going to be using my coarse bit, which is just a really nice bullet-shaped bit that's really going to take off a lot of acrylic really fast. So I'm using that bit on a relatively, like a medium speed, and just shaping the nail so that it's got nice thin sidewalls and a nice curved apex, just like that. Then using a much smoother bit, I'm going to be just smoothing out the top of it just to make sure that there's no scratches left behind. Now on a nail form backing, I'm going to be sculpting out my little cryptic note. So I'm going to begin with just beige and white acrylic. I don't know if you noticed, but I had a bead of beige and then I stuck a bead of white in it and I just swirled it around the tip of my brush. Then I'm going to be forming that into a long rectangle. You need this to be longer than what you want your scroll to be because you need room to roll it. So I know that I'm kind of off camera and I apologize, but it's much longer than I would actually ever stick it on the nail because you do need that little space to show it. And so it's maybe like a third longer. As you can see, it's a little bit longer. So then once it starts really to turn matte and you can see that it's going to be secure and it's going to stay, then just slide your brush under the end and just gently roll it up just a little bit. And then turn that around, slide your brush under the other end, and then roll in the other side. You can kind of use the tip of your brush. You could also do this with the silicone tool, whichever you prefer. Then after you have those, you're going to pick it up and sit it down on the nail. I put mine on as kind of like a little at a slant. I think that looks a little bit more, I don't know, less precise, I suppose. So then fill in underneath the edges of your scroll with some clear acrylic, just a little bit, just to make sure that it is really well attached. Since it was still a little bit wet when you picked it up and you set it down, it did conform to the shape of the nail, but you still want to add just a little bit more security with that clear. So now mix some gel top coat with some glow-in-the-dark pigment and paint on your "I'll be back." Now this is a little bit tricky because you can't really see what you're painting. You're basically doing this blind. So make sure that as you're doing this you have good lighting and that you can see the glossiness, and then that's what you're going to be doing. After you have the first coat on, cure that and then take that out of your lamp and then paint on a second layer. Now once it goes into the light, the little LED lights or the UV lights are going to really charge up that glow-in-the-dark powder and it is going to glow. You're going to be able to read it inside the light really well. So after you have that second coat on there, cure it again, and then with some diluted brown paint, I'm just going to be going over and making my little squiggles for my writing. And then apply a layer of gel sealer over the background, so over all of that black background. And then some matte gel top coat over the top of your scroll. I really like Koopa's matte gel top coat because it doesn't have a tacky layer on it, which makes it awesome for doing stuff like this because it's hard to get the tacky layer off of 3D. So I hope you guys like this, and I just want to throw that little tidbit about Koopa. This design is so much fun. I really enjoyed making it. Please share any recreations with me on Facebook or Instagram. I'd love to see them, and I'll see you in my next video. Bye!